What's going on, Washington fans? Welcome to the JTFB YouTube channel. And on this episode of Taking Command with Josh Taylor, I take a look at the question that I'm asking before the season starts, and that is, does Emmanuel Forbes Jr. have a chance to win Defensive Rookie of the Year? That's right, Washington's first round pick. We saw it happen with Chase Young his rookie season. The only player in Washington franchise history to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. So can Emmanuel Forbes be the second one to ever do it? And I think that there's a legit chance that he could. And I think you can make the case for it. So this video is my argument on why I think why. So before we jump in and look at odds and everything, let's recap Emmanuel Forbes' career at Mississippi State. Obviously, the big thing with winning a Defensive Rookie of the Year award, unless you're Sauce Gardner, who had some good bit of interceptions, but he was just a lockdown corner last year when he won it. But Emmanuel Forbes has the production. So you take a look at his PFF stats. The high coverage grade, obviously, is the thing that stands out. But in 2022 especially, 6 interceptions, totaling 14 total in his career at Mississippi State. And we know he holds the FBS record in pick sixes with 6 of them in his career. So he has the production, he has the turnovers, he has the touchdowns that can really help him propel to get that award if he can translate that to the next level. And I think he's going to play a lot of snaps. I don't know if you're going to be able to label him as, corner 1 or corner 2 with Kendall Fuller, who, once again, I've said this many times, was phenomenal last year. But really also think about how good this defense was last year and how much better it could be this year. Yes, there's still some questions with the linebacker core and stuff like that. I'm with you. But we should have a healthy Chase Young back on the line. Montez Sweat had a good season last year. He's playing to get some money as well. Deron Payne got paid. Jonathan Allen, of course. So there's still a lot of pieces. There's a ball-hungry secondary behind them. So there's a lot of different factors you can take a look at. But the biggest thing is, will the team be good? I think that's a thing that plays a lot into this. Not many Defensive Rookie of the Years are, on really bad teams. So I think there's a couple things you have to look at. 1, will he get the production? 2, will he have the supporting cast around him to where, he's allowed to get these turnovers and he has these opportunities to create big plays. But then also, will the team be good? Will the defense be as good as it was last year? But then will the overall team actually have enough wins to where they're like, hey, he made a difference. He was that good on the field. And I think he could. So let's take a look at some odds that have come out early, of course. And there's a couple different sports books you can look at. But of course, Will Anderson Jr., the first defensive player taken, and I think rightfully so, is the betting favorite right now. He's actually tied with Jalen Carter according to Caesars, but that's the only one that's even close. But he's the big favorite right now. So you have to take a look at the positions. Obviously, you have some edge. You have Jalen Carter, who plays D tackle in the middle, which I think will be tough for him. But then other corners, Devin Witherspoon in Seattle, kind of in the same situation, has a really good secondary that he's competing with. We saw what they looked like last year. A lot of ballers on that defense. They're much better. The Seahawks are projected to be a good team compared to last year. I think they pick up and they'll be good this year as well. So I think Devin Witherspoon, but he doesn't get as much of the production as Emmanuel Forbes does. So I think that turnover ability is what's really separating Forbes from some of these guys on this list. The same with Christian Gonzalez. I don't think that the Patriots are going to be that good. Lucas Van Ness, yes, he's an edge. The Packers, once again, I'm not sure how good they're going to be. So if you take a look at the teams you have, of course, Jalen Carter is going to be on the Eagles. There's a couple spots where I'm like, I could kind of see these guys having an opportunity. But for me, I think the biggest threats are going to be Will Anderson, obviously. He's an edge rusher. The Defensive Rookie of the Year award loves edge rushers, as we know. Many of them come from there, but also he has to have their production. But he has everything that he needs in Houston to really be able to be productive. He has DeMeco Ryans. He has a defensive-minded coach who's really going to help him out. Jalen Carter, like I said, I just don't see it being on a really good Eagles team. I just don't know if he's going to be able to get the numbers and the production from that interior spot because there's so many people on that D-line that's getting sacks and stuff like that. So I think that's where it's a little bit harder for Jalen Carter, especially being a D tackle. Like, I don't think he's going to have Deron Payne or Jonathan Allen sack numbers right off the jump his first season. So he's got to have, big time moments, like close games, forced fumbles, big time sacks, and some just big time moments for him to really have a chance. And then, of course, you have Tyree Wilson, who was on the Raiders. Once again, don't know how good the Raiders are going to be. And like I said, with Witherspoon and Gonzalez, the chance is there. I think it's just all about situation. So really think about it. Emmanuel Forbes has this really good defense, and I think he's in a good position. You look at Sauce Gardner. So let's take a look at some of these previous ones, by the way. Sauce Gardner had it last year. Micah Parsons, I guess, listed as linebacker, but mostly because of the edge. Like I said, Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Shaquille Leonard. Is not many actual true linebackers really win this award. He's the first one since Luke Kuechly in 2012. But look, you got corner, I'll say edge, linebacker, corner, edge, corner, and then, of course, Aaron Donald at D tackle is the last true D tackle to win it since 2014. So this award is very edge heavy, and it's also very corner heavy as well. So in my opinion, when you take a look at some of these guys ahead of him, yeah, you can look at the guys who are below Forbes, like Nolan Smith, once again, going to be on the Eagles. Joey Porter Jr., I think, has a good chance, but he just doesn't get the production at all in college. That was my one true knock on him. But I think out of all the situations, the best bets, if I'm actually throwing money on this, would be Will Anderson, because I think the Texans were, bad last year. They're going to be much better this year. They're in a division where it's going to be pretty wide open. I think DeMeco Ryans is going to get things going really well. So I think he has a really legit chance to be a big-time impact on that defense. I love Will Anderson, by the way. I'm an Alabama fan. You can see the Mack Wilson jersey there. But I think that the production is going to translate, and I think that DeMeco Ryans is going to use him how he's supposed to be, and he's going to be a straight-up unit. So, yes, I think he's the favorite. I don't think Jalen Carter's a good bet. Tyree Wilson, I'm just not buying it. Once again, that Raiders team is not good. Yeah, he's got Max Crosby on the other side, which is good. I think Crosby is going to be the better of the two, obviously. And then Devin Witherspoon, really good chance because of that Seattle team. I think that defense is going to be lights out. They were really fun to watch last year. I think they're going to be an even better team this year. Christian Gonzalez on a bad Patriots team, I'm not buying that. Lucas Van Ness on a bad Packers team, I'm not buying that. So you can get Emmanuel Forbes at plus 1,400 at worst on DraftKings, and then at best on FanDuel at plus 1,700. Like, guys, I'm taking that, especially if he does have the turnovers that translate at the next level. I think Emmanuel Forbes has a legit chance to win Defensive Rookie of the Year because of the supporting cast and because of how good the team is. So let me know what y'all think. I like these odds. I might be crazy. I might be drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit too much, but I'm telling you guys, based off of the situation and the playmaking ability, he's already doing it in training camp. He's already getting interceptions. They said one almost went back to the house. Like, if it was an actual game, it would have been a pick six. He just has this read and react ability that helps him out so much. He just has something that we've been lacking a ton of on this team. And it's not like, Kendall Fuller, like I said, he's been great. He's got some turnovers last year. He had some pick sixes. Like, that's great. But I think Forbes is going to be like a next level of that. Getting the turnovers, getting the touchdowns will be great. Do I think he'll have 6 or something like that next year? No. But if he has like 2 or 3 pick sixes and he has like 5 interceptions or something crazy, there's no way he's not winning it unless Will Anderson just comes out and is lights out for the Texans and then puts them in like a legit playoff contender. So I think there's a path for him to win this. I think the guys ahead of him have some things to work through, some situations that really don't help them out. But like you said, you look at Sauce Gardner last year, that was a much improved team. He was the key piece on that defense. He had some big time plays when they beat the Buffalo Bills. He was a spotlight, and it's just his personality. So I don't think Forbes is going to be like that flashy, kind of like, not like Sauce Gardner's flashy, but he's out there. He's putting his face out there. He's a brand. And I don't know if Emmanuel Forbes is going to be that. Like Chase Young was for us in his rookie season. He was the face of that defense. Like, that was like what we were being, hyped up off of, was Chase Young on that team. So I think there's a chance. Let me know what y'all think. Am I crazy? Are you taking any of these guys over Emmanuel Forbes? Because there's probably only 3 that I think have a legit better chance at winning it than Emmanuel Forbes does. So appreciate y'all watching. This is my last video here in Virginia. I am headed to Texas tomorrow. So the next time you see me on the screen, it'll be a different looking background. It'll be a completely different state, 1,500 miles away. But I appreciate y'all checking out this video. Subscribe to the channel and like, of course, if you enjoy what you see. Got some big revamps happening on the page. If you can't tell, it looks completely different right now. And there's more things coming on this channel. Appreciate it. The best is yet to come. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.